Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast, episode 233. I'm very disappointed in both my co-hosts who did not subscribe to my hard work and efforts last week. I'm very disappointed.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Your hard work of elbow deep into a Dorito chip
And
bag.
streaming. You know, it takes a lot of effort in order to stream.
I mean, kind of does.
Yeah, it does.
You have to
Depends on what you're
multitask.
doing with your stream.
Playing Pokemon and hating it. It
Unsurprising.
is, that game is a lot of things. Has a lot of good animations, isn't one of them.
Nope.
Do you remember when they said they were gonna do new animations
I
for
do
everything?
remember that.
And how big of a lie is that?
It's a pretty big lie.
And then their DLC shit that's coming around.
Hey, the DLC looks good.
It
That's
does.
very, very, very debatable.
Yeah.
It looks fine.
At the same time, like we said before, I like DLC, just as long as you do a good job of it.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is Game Freak, and this is technically their first DLC ever.
So it's going to be terrible and trash.
Well, it's gonna be either hit or fucking miss. There is gonna be no in between for them.
Mm-hmm.
The major problem for them, though, is not that the fact that they're doing a DLC. I wouldn't care if they were doing a DLC otherwise, because honestly, a lot of games are doing it nowadays to the point where like I'm kind of annoyed by it. But hey, whatever. I literally play a game called Hearts of Iron that is literally a game that is DLC the game.
DLC of the game is pretty good, man.
Yep, same with Stellaris. It's again a game that you could literally call DLC the game, but for the most part, it is. The DLC looks okay, but my problem with the DLC is the fact that it's including a bunch of new Pokemon that I'm kind of like sitting there looking at and going like, man, that would have been really cool if that had been in the base game. And man, that would have been really cool if that had been in the base game.
Oh, yeah.
And man, it would be really cool if they actually increased their fucking animation and hired a Maya student right out of college.
Yeah, well, that was Game Freaks in
Anyway.
Japan. I hate to break it to you, so that was kind of
I'm just saying that, like, they use... I'm pretty sure there's some Maya people who use Maya and Autodesk and stuff like that in college.
Yep. Oh, no, I'm not disagreeing with you, but again, it's also kind of a pipe dream because it's Game Freaks Japan. And as much as I'd love to say we could make it in Japan, I don't think we could make it in Japan.
Although,
can I point something out?
Can I?
quickly?
Go for
Oh,
it.
sure. And I don't want to say something about another game that's like Pokemon, but not Pokemon.
Alan, why do you sound like Kermit the Frog?
Because I'm bending over looking for something on the ground.
Okay.
But
I know. I realized like the second time I was spoken, I was like, man, I must sound like fucking shit right now.
Kermit the Frog.
But the thing I want to point out is people complaining about the Pokemon and the new Pokemon, how it's just not up to snuff that people want. And then people start talking in little whispers from the grapevine saying, "TimTam, TimTam." And people go, "What is this TimTam?" And you look it up on Steam, and it's basically a Pokemon-like, but it's actually like real good. Like real good. Like
I think Josh is telling us to play TimTam.
I think I'm telling you to play TimTam.
I don't know why. I don't know why I got this idea, but like I got this feeling that this is very strange and very innocuous feeling that he wants us to play. I think a game called TimTam. Mind you, Josh is also the one who's looking at buying a what's this called? An arcade cabinet?
He's not looking at buying an arcade
No,
cabinet.
I was asking a question, and then Jeff pops
Jeff
in being a
gave him
douche.
shit.
Yeah, being a big old fucking douche. To the point I was like,
shit.
to the point I was like, well, I gotta make sure I untag the original guy because like I'm just complaining to you now. I'm like, what's your deal? Like I can't just say a question. Like come on.
Can.
All right,
You can.
Well, no, I want to know what this question is now because like I've heard you both mention it like 2 times now, and I'm like really curious what this fucking question is.
Oh, forget.
Okay, so Josh's question, in my point of view, which is right, is Josh's, will this game link to my Steam account so I can get achievements? So me, being me, I immediately looked at the price of this stupid thing because I'm also curious about will this thing link to the Steam achievements. And so Josh completely misunderstood what I was saying.
Oh.
Because what I was saying was, I was like, dude, it's $5,000. Like, that wasn't directed at you. I believe I said, it's $5,000, dude. Okay?
Okay.
And I can understand where you took it from, but that wasn't my intention.
Oh, crap. I'm trying to find the original tweet, but every time I look up Twitter, it freaking shits the bed.
Here you go. Here you go. I got it right here.
Anyway, let's just carry on. I'm just kind of like shrugging my shoulders at this now because it's just
Josh,
it's silly.
Yeah.
Josh,
I'm so, there's no there's no freaking like syntax, or not syntax, but like no sarcasm on the internet, so it's like yeah, like I kind of misread your question there, and I'm like,
Wait.
fuck.
To be fair, this with the week I've had, like my sarcasm has been really off the charts.
To the point
That's
that
fair.
no one can figure you out.
Pretty much. It's really funny. I will say something and my friends will and my parents will go, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" It's really depressing.
Really depressing.
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 Depressing. Depressing. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyways, Josh, what were we talking about? We were talking about Pokemon and the other game.
It's in TimTam.
TimTam. Okay, tell me about TimTam.
So TimTam is a new game that is you can get on Steam. I'm not sure where it's from. It says developer Crema. Delicious Crema.
Crema is a good name. Just like dildo. Dildos are just
Spread that Crema.
Crema is a good name.
So the thing that sucks is that like I meant to play the early. I want to play the stress test.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I put up with on this podcast constantly.
Oh, you put up with worse.
You put up with worse.
No, I don't. Don't lie. This is some of the worst I have to put up with.
So,
anyways, carry on. Keep going.
TimTam, I wanted to play the stupid early stress test they're having, just having a bunch of people play the game, and I wanted to join in on that, but I just forgot about the date and I didn't get in on it. But basically, from all the videos I'm seeing and all the screenshots, it's practically the Pokemon that everyone kind of wanting. Like you have a bunch of other players playing the same area that you're playing. Everyone's running around trying to grind out their Pokemon their Tems, and yeah, like I'm not exactly sure what like the end game or anything looks like, but like from the offset, it looks super cool.
That's fair.
Yeah, like apparently you can have your own home base like you used to in Pokemon, and you can decorate it and everything. And what else? Looks like there might be gym battles, and looks like there's some multi-team battles, and practically everything you want in a Pokemon game, it's fucking in there. Like, and your Pokemon can follow behind you, which we've been wanting since like what, Gen 3?
Yeah.
Fair.
Like, Yeah, like just everything about this just looks like, oh, this was what it looks like if you spent the time and effort to actively, put a team behind a video game that cares a lot and not just fucking pump out bullshit.
Hold on.
Like, I hear it comes down to a point of like this recent game is just not doing it. It's not tickling my butt. No, it's not tickling my gotta catch 'em all.
It doesn't make me feel good about myself per se.
I again, as I said, I haven't played this the new Pokemon yet. But in watching Tyranitar 2 play through it, I was just fucking bored. Like I try to be nice. I'm gonna be trying to be nice here for a second, but like I can understand that they put a lot of fucking effort into this game, but there's no soul in it. This is like fucking just. They said all new animations, and then you watch the animations for every Pokemon that isn't considered like isn't considered part of this generation, and they all have the same animations from Sun and Moon. They have a lot of the same models from Sun and Moon. It's just like, Game Freak's lying to us again.
Yep. And they had what was it? Someone said they're going to be making a Pokemon a year or some shit or something similar.
Oh God, please no.
No.
Because if that's going to be the case, then it's going to be garbage all the way through.
Yep.
So with the DLC thing, I'm like, well, that's not really true, but I mean that'd be a lot better.
I'm not super interested in the idea of them doing that.
Because you think they're even lazier?
Well, no. Here's the problem with DLC, and again, I played the game that is the DLC game that I could literally turn around and go, the game of the year that is DLC is Hearts of Iron, Stellaris, stuff like that. My grand strategy games. But I also think that the grand strategy games now like kind of need that. Is they need something that revitalizes them a bit. But at the same time, Pokemon doesn't need that. And the argument that it's like, oh, it's only $30 for this DLC, and it's like, but why wasn't this just like this game's only been out for 2 months? Not even.
Yeah.
No, it came out on what? It came out on what?
It came out in like early
November 5th?
December, late November. Yeah.
Early November, actually. I think it came out in November. So basically 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's getting DLC now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's announced both its DLCs, and they've announced that they're putting in another 200 Pokemon for free. That should
When
just
is
like
the DLC's release dates?
I think they're supposed to be March is the first one, I think.
Okay.
And I think the second one is supposed to be, I think, 2 months after that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
But for me, and this is where I'm looking at. I'm coming at from this a bit of a from a DLC perspective kind of guy, because I play games that I get a lot of DLC from. Mm-hmm. My Hearts of Iron puts out a DLC once every 6 months at most.
Yep.
Or at minimum, I think it is, because last DLC they put out for Hearts of Iron, I'm going to actually scroll up and look at it. The next DLC that's coming out is called Resistance, and it's about the it gives additional tech trees related to playing the the game is the next expansion is called Hearts of Iron La Resistance, which gives a espionage additional focus tree for France, as well as for a more in-depth Spanish campaign, espionage, support resistance, collaboration, governments, code cracking, and recon units, so scout planes and stuff like that. That's in the DLC. And the DLC, if it's like the previous one that came out, which is I think Man the Guns, the previous one. Which was it's $22, and it came out with a mixed review. It's kind of like one of those games. Paradox has kind of been getting kicked in the butt for its DLCs recently because they've not been super impressive. But I think that one released last year in February. So La Resistance should be coming out here in the next couple months. Mm-hmm. They also do things like, hey, here's some Sabaton songs. They've actually got the Sabaton CD songs for several songs. So they've got Hearts of Iron, Primo Victoria, Stalingrad, Wolfpack, and Night Witches in one thing. And it's only $3. It's $3 for a little soundtrack. It's like, okay, whatever. And then they have soundtrack 2, which is, again, I think 5 songs. No, it's actually 10 songs. And that's $6. It's like, hey, cool, whatever. That's nice. Mm-hmm. And, like, sure. For me to buy the whole game in its entirety is $150. to buy all the DLCs and all that stuff with it.
Okay.
But this game was also released back in 2016.
Okay.
And it's getting updates, it's getting retweaked. They're going, okay, this is what the problem. This is what the community's like pointing out as a problem. This is what we're going to work on for the next DLC. This is how we're going to fix it. And with every DLC, they also release free LC. They're like, yeah, here you go, you get it. End of conversation. Like a good example. After the first year, they released a hey, here's the Poland Tech Tree. Here's Awaken the Tiger as a DLC that came out. No, Victor. Death of Dishonor came out. Awaken the Tiger came out the following year. Mm-hmm. And everything about these games, everything about like the updates and stuff like that is just like benefits, more stuff to do, more and like they're fairly balanced. I don't know about Europa Universalis, which is kind of a problem. But that's beside the point. Yeah, go for it.
But here's the thing with Pokemon is that Pokemon's probably going to go into like some place that's a lot better overall with this new DLC.
I don't think it will. But go ahead. Sorry, I've already stated my point.
Yeah. But here's what I mean by that is like Allan. Yeah, it's their first DLC, but it's like they have to do this eventually.
That is okay. Keep going. Go ahead. Keep going.
And this was if they're going to do it. These are the games to do it with. Like, I don't think that like it's the worst thing in the world. I think the thing that's the worst thing in the world is the fact that like it does look kind of rushed. Everything about this game looks rushed. It needs another year, but. Am I going to sit there and hold them accountable for it? No, it's perfectly fine. It's a 6 out of 10.
No, stop. I am going to hold them accountable because if they're going to start pumping out games, as the rumor has in the mill, a game a year, I'm going to hold them accountable. And yes, they are producing a product for me at $80 retail for a system.
I don't think they're going to do that, though.
You have to hold them accountable. Again, remember what happened with No Man's Sky?
Oh yeah, No Man's Sky though is a very different situation though. No Man's Sky, everyone was sitting there, and basically the media just drove everyone's expectations through the roof.
Oh no, I agree. But here's the thing.
Yes.
Everybody held them accountable though. Everyone did. It doesn't matter that it doesn't. And I guess I agree that the hype train was just redonkulous in its favor, and it didn't meet any of the expectations. But people held them accountable. They sat down and said, "All right, if we do the thing that we're gonna, if we fix this game and get it going correctly and all that stuff, which is the thing that they did. This is the reason why I'm gonna praise No Man's Sky over."
Can I finish making my point now?
Go.
Okay, and can you please just let me finish it before you start calling down my throat? I would appreciate that.
Gotta let people talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I know you're angry, but okay. So, anyways, my thing is that if they're doing if they did a DLC every year, wouldn't that count as a game every year? I'm okay with that. I'm fine with Shield and Sword as is because it is a 6 out of 10. Does this mean that it's the best solution? No, you're perfectly right. I don't think that the rumors are right, but I wouldn't be surprised. And that's the thing is that where the game is going now is fine. Could it be better? Yes, absolutely. Everything about the game could be better. But it's not going to get there over 6 months. It's going to get there over years. It took No Man's Sky years in order to get to where it is now. And No Man's Sky has actually there's a testament to that team, because what they should have done in the first place is they should have it really says a lot about the media and the industry how No Man's Sky turned out. Okay?
Yes. Are you done?
Yeah, that's my point. Is I think that this qualifies as a game every year, bud. And I understand where you're coming from of like, oh, they're releasing a whole new set of Pokemon every year. It's like, I don't think they're going to do that.
Okay. So, that's not what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
If they're doing that, damn, kudos to you. Because you're going to run out of ideas really fast and if you're releasing a new batch of Pokemon every year. But my problem is they're going to fall into this DLC trap. I play again, Paradox, my company, the company that I love, does the DLC, and they're stuck in that trap.
Mm-hmm.
That is a bad thing to be stuck in. And while I praise them sometimes for it, I will even say, like, God damn, it's retarded, because you can look at Europa Universalis, Crusader Kings 2.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how expensive. Go look at how expensive those games are, and I would strongly recommend no one buys them unless you're gonna like drop like I think $300 on them.
Mm-hmm.
Hearts of Iron and Hearts of Iron 4 and Stellaris, they are like the exception because they're still new. They're still only 2 years, like 3 years. 2.5 years old, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're about the same point.
Okay.
Stellaris currently, for all its DLC, would cost you, with all the DLC, just buy the base game, would cost you in excess of $200. That's including all the DLCs.
Okay.
Hearts of Iron, as I said, would be $150, but Universalis Europa, I gotta actually look it up because the newest one in that game line, to get the whole game, the DLC alone is $381. The base game is still $40, and it came out in 2013. I don't want that for Pokemon, and that's my big red flag. I'm starting to see this more and more often with the other game companies. EA got shit on for it. Bethesda's been getting fucked for it with Fallout 76. That was a good example of something like that being like put profits before product. And that's my concern. Is I don't want Game Freak to go down that same line. I don't want them to do.
You're getting static, but
I know I'm spitting it in my mic. I don't want them to fall into the trap of profits over product. I don't want that. That is a bad line to go down. And I know for a fact that my games that I play have that trap on them, but they're also grand strategy games, so it's a very niche audience. Pokemon is one of the biggest game franchises out there, and I don't want them to go down that same trap. I'm terrified that that's going to become a standard staple. That the next game that does come out, let's say in 3 years' time, ends up having the same thing that happened with Sword and Shield. They make a bunch of promises of new animations, new models, bunch of new features, bunch of new promises and all that stuff. Like that happened with Sword and Shield. But as a result, they don't meet them. Turns out they're lying. And then we find out that they're not putting all the Pokemon in again because that is still a very distinct possibility that happens again. And then they release DLCs. And that help expand the Pokedex while allowing people to have access to older Pokemon again with these DLCs or with other updates and stuff like that.
Mm.
And that's my problem is I don't want Game Freak becoming like that. It's like I haven't bought Sword and Shield because I'm kind of like still in protest. I'm like, nah,
and that's completely fine. But like I think that like if your concern is like, oh, they're gonna like the DLC isn't gonna be as good as like the rest of the game.
No, if the DLC is good, I don't judge the whole game, including DLC. I judge by game, then DLC, and then I judge them together as a whole. If the DLC adds to the game, which a good example would be Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, their DLCs add to the game, but they aren't exclusive. They don't make the game longer. They are just additional content to the side. Yeah. So I judge it by the main game first, judge by the DLC, and then judge the games as a whole. Fallout 76, great. Fallout 3, it has some problems, but it's still good. Fallout 4, Lots of mechanical problems. It's got mechanical problems, but it doesn't have an interesting story because it sets itself up poorly. But again, as far as I know, it doesn't have any DLCs because I haven't paid attention to it in fucking forever. But yeah, and that's the kind of the reason why I was like,
I just can't wait. I just can't wait for the Game of the Year edition later down the line. It has all the DLCs.
I can't wait until Josh buys my copy of Pokemon.
That's probably gonna happen. I'm gonna buy
what's
it for
probably
$3.
gonna happen is like I'm probably gonna buy.
I'm actually curious.
everything.
Sorry, I know we just got off the topic of fucking.
Yeah.
How many DLCs are there for Fallout 4? Fallout 4, there is
Like 4?
Automatron, which has got a mostly positive review, although it's got a recent review mixed, but that's probably because of 76. Mysterious Mechanists in the Commonwealth. Okay, yep. No, that's a full DLC.
So, anyways.
Sorry, just keep going. I'm going to be mumbling in the background.
Yeah, I can't wait until Josh buys my copy of Pokemon for his Switch that's non-existent right now.
Yep, I'll buy it for $30.
Anyways, speaking of DLCs, we got to talk about the Pokemon or Smash. news.
Oh yeah. New character.
New character. And
it was totally Dante, right, guys? It was totally Dante.
It was totally.
Okay, somebody actually noticed this. And, okay, we're going to talk about the first character first, and then I'm going to point out the things that somebody pointed out about the DLC characters that I kind of actually nodded to. Is like, no, that's a fair point. But new character is
Bailiff
from Fire
Emblem Three Houses. Why?
And I'm not super mad about it.
I'm not either.
Fuck me. Everyone was like expecting, because everybody saw the pose that Sakurai did, and they saw 3 fingers, and I was like, wasn't there wasn't there like 4 games that came out with 3 in their name this year alone? And people were like Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like, that's a bit of a stretch. But unless they put Kingdom Hearts, all the Kingdom Hearts on the Switch, that's the only way. Okay, that's me getting into another point. Sorry. And then I thought it was like, well, there's also like some. I was like thinking it's like, well, what about Pokemon? Because there's 3 starters in Pokemon. What about that? That could have been clever. That would have been a great bait and switch of just the Pokemon starters getting into the one of the Pokemon starters for Sword and Shield getting in the game. I would have been absolutely amazed by that.
I'd be like, whoa! I'd be like, holy shit! Another Pokemon? Whatever. It'd be weird.
Pokemon's kind of just like shrug, whatever.
I mean, I'd be more enjoyed about Pokemon because each one of them is really weird, like really weird from one another. It's like, oh, you play.
It's more furry bait.
I guess,
am not wrong.
But for gameplay standpoint, I'm like, each one of them doesn't feel the same unless you're a fucking sword character. But anyways.
But then I was like, then there's 3 houses, and I was like, well, no, they're not. Even I thought they're not going to do another Fire Emblem killer because they have 12 in the game now. Something like that. I won't lie. It's an absurd amount of Fire Emblem characters, but I'm not mad about Bailiff being in the game. Beelith, whatever his name is. Blah. I was like, okay.
I call him Blah.
Then they announced him. And I'm sitting there. I'm on Twitter first thing in the morning when that got announced. And, oh, man, the salt that day was fucking great. Hang on. I gotta go. You guys start talking. I gotta go find a fucking picture that I.
Yeah. So I found the video of the reveal from the New York, Nintendo store, and oh boy, the air just dropped real hard from that room.
I think everyone and their dog expected Dante.
Everyone and their dog expected better because you got Terry in there. Then you're like, okay, sky's the limit. What the hell are you going to bring in now? And then they freaking bring in another Fire Emblem character? Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, Jesus, you have literally anyone who wants to throw a character in your video game is the biggest thing ever. Why won't you just get the character? Like, come on.
Jeff, what do you think about Bailiff being in the game?
I honestly have no opinion on it because I'm probably going to pick up the Fire Pass, play Terry, and that's about it.
That's fair.
If this character,
honestly,
Josh,
I know. Okay, here's the thing. It sounds like I'm pissed off, and I actually haven't played Smash since the freaking Wii U version. But
you don't really care.
like at the same time, it's like, okay, it's another Fire Emblem. Like they could have done better, and I'm disappointed. But at the same time, it's like, oh, it does look like they tried their best to make him not just another sword character. Like he has like 3 other freaking weapons he can dick around with. So I'm like,
spear, an axe, and a bow, I think.
Yeah, spear, axe, and bow, or something like that.
Which is the titular student character weapons too.
Yeah. So it's like, he's pulling from the Fire Emblem, like with the 3 houses and like all the different junk. And he's like, okay, I get that. And he added more weapons, so it doesn't feel like another sword character. So I'm like, okay. But at the same time, it's like, it's still a fucking sword character in a game full of fucking sword characters. It's like, come on.
All right. So
am I the only person here who wanted Dante?
No, I would have been up for Dante. But here's the thing. Somebody actually pointed this out, and I actually got. And this is on Twitter. I was scrolling through and reading it. I was like, wow, that's a pretty good like checklist. And the person provided like I think a 4-step checklist. Of how to make sure if your character's gonna be the game. 1, they've had to been on a Nintendo platform in the past or presently.
Yep.
So Master Chief, Dante, and a couple other characters that people are like really want. Doom. I would love to see Doom Guy.
Doom Guy would be so interesting.
I think Doom is supposed to be coming to the Switch though, isn't he?
Doom Eternal's on the Switch and Doom's already on the Switch.
So that he is actually a possibility. The second one was what was the second one? I think it was like they tend to prioritize nothing that's been exclusive to other consoles. So again, it's kind of the same as the first one, but it's a hard if it's on PC and Xbox, there's no chance it's coming there. If it's on PS3 and Xbox, it's not coming to Switch. It's a bunch of like other statutory rules. And the last rule was like on top of that, the way the mechanics for the character have to be conducive to the game. So again, Fire Emblem characters naturally make sense. Pokemon characters naturally make sense. So that's kind of it was like I gotta go online and find the rules for it because it's in my favorites. But I'll find it for you guys and you guys can read it.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's something like been on a Nintendo platform. Isn't it like if there's like a bit of a food chain too of like, does Nintendo own it? Does what was the other, like there's a third one that was like can they translate to being a fighting character without a second thought? Because it's like if you want, let's say, I don't know, a good example for like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was Phoenix Wright. So they shove him in there as a fighting character, and you just go scratch your head going, how in the hell does that work? And it turns out like he sneezes.
How does Wii Fit character fit in?
Yeah, exactly.
How does Game & Watch fit in?
I think Game & Watch, you could, again, they used like almost all the like sprite art they could and like made a bunch of
movesets. Like it's great. It is a great, like really, really good example and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna find the thing for you real quick. And
is there a name for
the list is actually like really, it's a really, really good list in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. How? I'm just gonna try to Google it and see if I can find it faster.
That's fair. If you find it before me, I'm not even gonna get mad.
I just love how Nintendo basically made the most worthless character ever. Because nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it.
That's a good meme I just sent you guys.
Oh, yeah. All the bills and then it's just right underneath it. You just never noticed.
Mm-hmm. Did I not like it? I might not have liked it. Oh.
Anyways,
that would suck.
That is...
but other gaming news. Can we? I've got to talk about the thing that kind of got me a little bit this week, and I'm not mad about it, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever.
Is it Jabba the Jihad?
No, it's CD Projekt Red delaying the game. of Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
I'm not mad about it. I don't blame people for being like, oh well, I actually saw somebody get really mad about it. I was like, no, this is a good thing for you. And he's like, why? It's like if the game is delayed only 6 months, and the quality is that much better because of it, that's not a bad thing. I know it's already been delayed once. I think it's already been delayed once this year or last year because they wanted to have it out in I think October, but they couldn't get it out for then. I don't think. I might be wrong. Might be wrong. Don't quote me. End of conversation. But I'd rather have CD Projekt Red delay the game, get their things that they want to get fixed done first, and release a solid game than a unpolished game like what happened with a couple of things. But whatever.
I can't really find it.
I think I might be coming up to it here now myself. Jeff, tell us about Fat Man Jihad.
So basically what ended up happening, and this is going to make everyone laugh their ass off. Guess what the United States government and Turkish and Iraqi forces found?
A fat man?
A fat man who was the priest of the entire fucking ISIS army. The man.
Wait, he was the priest?
He was the priest.
Ooh, boy.
Holy shit.
He was 560 pounds. Marbly-based fanatic dubbed Jabba the Jihad has been captured by Iraqi forces who loaded him onto a flatbed truck because he couldn't fit in a police car. The 560-pound Abdul Bari, also known as Shafif Ali Nanab, was nabbed Thursday by an elite SWAT team of 9th 11th Regime in the city of Mosul, according to the Star and Stripe. The jumbo jihadist was known for provocating speeches against the security forces and is considered one of the top leaders of the ISIS gangs, Iraqi security officials said in a statement. Yeah, he was like one of their priests.
Damn.
The guy is 560 fucking pounds, man. Like,
I'm impressed he's that big considering they caught him in Iraq too, which is kind of impressive.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. He actually does look like Jabba the Hutt.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah. We can make this joke.
He's Jabba the fuck. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. He's a big fucking boy. Oh, here we go. Smash Bros. New characters must follow certain rules. Characters must have started on a console. No PC birth characters have been used. Mind you, every character in the franchise is born on the PC and then transferred over to consoles because you have to make them on the PC first. So fuck you. That's me nitpicking.
Yeah.
2, they must have been on a Nintendo console in the past or in the near future. 3, newer indie titles are costumes and assists. So, okay. And 4, cannot be exclusive to other consoles. So no Master Chief, Kratos, Nathan Drake, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Marcus Phoenix, etc. And as much as I would actually love to see like Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter. I would love that. Dude, Sony, shut up and do it. Nerds,
They did.
Yeah, I mean,
transfer
Sony
those games
tried.
onto the Switch. Oh man. Well, I mean, Sony did make a game with all their characters in a Smash style game, but it was just bad.
Just bad.
It was bad. But like the guy provides rules, examples for the rules. So with Rule 1, you can't have Steam for Minecraft, no Overwatch Tracer, no League, no Fortnite, no Warcraft. All these characters start on the PC. So far, no characters that have started on the no characters that have started outside of console except for Pac-Man and Game & Watch, which is fair because those were before computer gaming, basically. Mm-hmm. Rule 2 is every character has a Nintendo game with Nintendo. Snake started on NES. Joker was part of Persona, which is which there are a lot on the DS consoles, which is back on handheld. Bayonetta was exclusively to the Wii U. Hero started on NES, and Terry was an NES cough. Rule 3 of these indie games are auto assigned to assists or costumes. Shovel Knight was an assist. Sans is a costume. Cuphead is a costume. Oh, by the way, fucking Blaster's getting the best skins out of all of them. Hollow might be one of these, which is, again, that's a fair one. And as I'm like, these are actually like really solid rules. I'm actually like really happy with how the rules are done, how he set them up. But it kind of sucks because I will never get to see Master Chief or Jack and Daxter in Smash. I would love that.
I want Goku. Give me Goku.
No.
Give me Goku.
No.
Come on, give me Goku.
Give me Goku. I want Goku.
I want Goku.
No, stop that. Just stop, Josh. I'm going to slap you both.
Oh, frick. I love when they set up the stupid voting. They're like, all right, let's check on the voting. And you see Goku definitely up there. And you're like, well, we think Goku would be fun, but he's definitely not a video game character we could pick. And he, A, does not really have a video game that has a starting in a video game. He's definitely an anime character. And B, it's a fucking anime character. So he's not in. He's like,
not in.
And then also he added third. He's like, third reason. Fuck you guys. It's a fucking anime character. Come on.
I wouldn't be upset with an anime character, dude. I'd be all for that, dude.
Oh, I mean, when we make a fighting game, we'll put all the characters in.
No.
You want
stop.
a Pokemon character? We'll get a Pokemon character.
No.
You want Doom guy?
Stop.
We got Doom guy. You want that hentai chick? We got that hentai chick. You want that furry? We got that furry.
Josh, let me explain to you why we're not going to do that.
That's
Mods.
like excessively that's so expensive.
But mods.
Mods too.
Yeah,
It's expensive.
We just mod it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Everything about that really pisses me off. Because it's like, to talk about Cyberpunk for 20 seconds is like, man, Cyberpunk everyone's upset about because it's like delayed, even though the game is like getting better. You're upset because your fucking video game is fucking delayed.
Mind you, I also think that has a bit to do with connotations related to some games that have been delayed in the past.
Yeah.
Like to the point where it's actually kind of like really, really worrying. And I don't blame people for being like very knee jerk about like it got delayed. That might not be a good thing. Oh, because that's either gonna be like really good or really bad. I think the game's gonna be better in the long run for it because hey, this is CD Punk Red or CD Project Red. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Not Punk. I do also think that. But again, I think Doom's going to be a fantastic game. I gotta sit down and play Doom here myself here soon. But at the same time, a lot of the problems that I think some people have with the product being delayed is because of past products that have been delayed that have come out to be horribly bad. And a good example being, Doom, or not Doom, Duke Nukem. Which is by far the worst example to use, but that's also like a lot of people got burnt by because like, man, how long were we waiting for that game?
I pre-ordered that game.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I thought it would be good.
10 years of production, there was no game that would get, and passed between I think 6 companies.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that game's stupidity.
It's old 90s combat or old 90s macho game combat setup, which isn't bad.
No.
But at the same time, it's not the best.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have to talk about this week? The bills of impeachment finally got put to the office. So Trump has officially, finally, at last, been impeached, and now they go to trial to see if he's been see if he gets charged with wrongdoing. And and here's the thing: the Republicans who have been paying attention to the trial, like watching like the evidence that they've been putting forward, that they've seen publicly, because they did several sessions behind scenes with like behind closed doors with no cameras or anything like that. They're like, your evidence is flimsy at best, and there's no substantial claims, because if we charge Trump with corruption, Biden has to step down as your runner. And the thing is I really do think that like what's going to happen is a bunch of shit's going to come out from the be discovered by with the Democrats, and it's just going to fucking backfire on them hard.
Well, it's already backfired on them.
Not yet.
No, it has, because basically all the Democrats have basically been primaried out of their own section.
Although, yeah, but
like
at the same time,
Trump's going to win like 400-1.
Yeah. And I think the only person, honestly, I actually have to agree with something. I think the only person who can beat him in the polls now is Biden.
No.
I don't think Bernie can do it. I legit, like, somebody was like, well, look at how he's attacking Bernie. He's like, yes, he's attacking him on social media with attacking his personality, not his policies, which is kind of like standard on fucking social media. Man, I'm not going to attack your policies online. I have 160 characters to talk with. What am I going to be able to say about your policies? Nothing.
To me, it's probably more likely going to be
Elizabeth Warren. Ha!
Not saying that.
After what happened in that fucking debate the other night.
Like, I was
either way, I think I don't think the Democrats have a chance to win them. I don't think they have a chance to win at this point.
I don't either.
I think they lost their chance when they went for the bills of impeachment.
Gee, I wonder why they did that.
Whatever.
It's really funny watching. It's really funny watching that country just like fucking fall into the ground.
You mean our neighbors?
Yeah, because it's not funny in like a ha-ha way. It's like you guys could beat them. It's really easy to beat them, and they just go, no, we don't want to do that.
Well, they're trying to beat him in the most dirty and most unclean possible way, which is making him look. And the thing is, Trump isn't easy to beat. I hate to break it to like a lot of people who think he's easy to beat. He's not.
No, he's not.
Trump's actually fairly competent in his strategies. I don't think he's a 40 chess master after what happened with the fucking hurricane chart and all that fun jazz. I'm like, yeah, he's a bit of a tool for that.
Yeah.
But excuse me, I'm sorry. But with the way that a lot of people, the way that they design, like the way that they engage him, he's gonna win no matter what. Trump's a good guy about putting his brand out there, making himself a prophet.
Yeah.
I don't think Bernie can win because Bernie because if that video that came out about Bernie earlier this week and his staff, if that's more widespread in his company, his little campaign group, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because this is Bernie we're talking about. I don't think he has a chance in the world. If it's
I honestly think it's Gabbard and Yang who are the two highest likely.
Yeah, but Tulsi Gabbard has stepped out. She's not in the running anymore. Yeah. No, I don't know if Yang has a chance, but I don't think he'll get put in because he's too young. He's basically a backbencher in England and Canada. So he's gonna get fucking washed out. It's gonna be Biden. It might be Sanders, but I don't think it's gonna be Sanders. I think Elizabeth Warren's grouping is gonna transfer over to Biden because of the way that because he's got clout behind him. Sanders doesn't really have clout. Sanders is also a fucking socialist, and a lot of Americans actually hate socialists. And personally, I don't blame them, because having spoken to actual socialists, I hate them all the more. What else? Yeah, no, I think that's it. However, I also saw something today that made me go, who the fuck is that? And then realize who the fuck that was. There's a picture of Trump and Melania and somebody else walking up to a helicopter. And I was like, Yeah, Trump's wife. I can't remember her name.
Melania Trump.
Yeah, Melania. Yeah, Melania Trump. And I'm like, wow, that's a really handsome young man. That's pretty. He looks pretty good. It must be one of the security guards. And I'm like, look, I was like, that's not a security. That's not one of the Secret Services guys. That's who is that? And then somebody like posted in the comment, it's like my 3 favorite people in the world. And I was like, okay, there's Trump, Melania. Is that Barron? And then it was like, yeah, that's Barron. I was like, dude, he's taller than Trump now.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, let me get the video for you. I like you. Hang on. Holy shit! Like he is. Oh fuck! I can't show that one. Fuck. Videos. There we go. We'll go to videos. 4 hours ago. I'm looking for YouTube. I'm gonna post this here and like, holy shit, dude. That's him in that picture.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Yeah!
that's the young kid, huh?
Huh.
That was the guy who, in 2016, like, was tiny.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing like old picture. Remember seeing? Yeah, I was seeing old pictures of that same kid, and I'm like, man, I wonder what he's gonna turn into when he gets older. And I'm like, oh, like a kind of a pop star, I guess, huh?
He doesn't even look bad. He looks like incredibly well in shape. He's well dressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. The kid grew up well.
No idea what his personality is like, but hey, whatever. Maybe he will be the black sheep of the family. Who knows?
I don't think he will, because he's very much Trump's kid. He is very much Trump's kid. Barron is like, out of all of Trump's kids, he takes the most after Trump, I think. He's not a daddy's boy either. He's responsible. But the thing is like, after like one of the staff, after some of the press and some of the Democrats tried to go after him, and the fact that the Republicans immediately turn around and snap their head offs for it because they're like, no, you don't go after the president's children. They're unrelated to this cause. Get the fuck away from them. And no one touched them since. And I haven't seen anything about Barron in years myself. And kid grew up. Kid looked great. I think he's 16 now?
So I can't wait for his pop single to come out.
I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. He's only 13 years old.
Oh boy.
Holy shit, he's gonna grow into like this handsome young man who's just gonna be like, ladies. Holy shit, dude. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hanging out with this Trump kid and
His
talking
father's
some
the
shit,
president?
and I was like, "Fuck this."
Fuck this. Oh my god.
but
Becky,
but
look
he's-
at her butt.
But he's such a good singer.
Oh my god, like let me tell you how good he is at singing. And he has like so much money. He could get like a penis enhancement. Like, oh my god, Becky. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Becky.
Like he could replace his balls with like silicone and like have big balls, Becky.
There's Ivanka Trump, which is 38 years old. There's Donald Trump Jr., which
How
is the
funny
eldest
would
of
it
the
be
sons.
if Ivanka ran as a Republican candidate?
Okay, so somebody posted a picture of like, by the way, this is a possibility, and it showed 2 years as president term Donald Trump, and it showed Ivanka 2 years, and it showed Donald Trump Jr. two terms, and it showed Barron 2 years. I was like, gee, and then it was like, I stopped and I realized, and somebody was like, by the way, this is an entirely legal process, and I was like, holy shit.
If Ocasio-Cortez ran, I think she would win.
No,
But she would need to get her head out of her ass.
I
become
hate to
more
break it to you.
moderate?
She won't be able. She won't ever do that. We know.
She's probably going to go more authoritarian. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: we know that she can't win because she's currently losing her position in New York.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
She's like on the downward swing hard in her thing. Same with Allan Omar. And by the way, Allan Omar is currently potentially about to go under investigation by Foreign Affairs.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I heard about that through Imam Tawandi, a guy I follow on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's basically an imam who escaped Iran a couple years ago, got de-radicalized, and is one of the biggest advocates against, like, yeah, I know, like, Islam, it can be good, but it needs to be fucking reformed. He's, like, the biggest for it. But it's just going to be, holy shit, dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's going to be one of those, like, this year is going to be very interesting, I think. Because we've nearly had World War III, we've had Nice Guy meme, and we've had...
we didn't talk about Nice Guy meme.
We did talk about Nice Guy meme.
Oh, did we?
A bit last week.
Okay.
I'm happy that the meme came. I'm happy the meme went. It was a one-day flash in the pan, which is good. The meme was entirely wholesome. Josh, what do you know about the meme?
Nice Guy meme?
Yeah.
Like, is the one that's on Pornhub? That guy? No?
No. It came up. That's right. You don't use Twitter all that much. So somebody posted back when PewDiePie got robbed, back about a month and a half ago, I think now. About a month and a half ago. He got robbed, like, I think on November 8th, December 8th or something like that. Somebody posted a comment where he's like, of two workers in a store, and it's the self-insert character of this artist, and she comments like, haha, that douchebag gamer bro got had his house broken into. And the new guy, which is the other titular character in this comic, was like, hey, how would you feel if your house was broken into? And she goes, well, I think we're going to be great friends, and I can tell we're going to be great friends and stuff like that. And he responds, really? And she goes, no. And initially it just kind of like came out, went under the radar, nobody cared. Everybody just shrugged their shoulders and carried on. And then Once found it, and he was like, I was looking to have a great start to my new year, and then this came across my dash, and it fucking took off from there. People, again, this is the thing, people dogpiled the artist, and honestly they were like, no, she's legit like you're a terrible human being for saying that PewDiePie deserved to have this happen to him. And a bunch of stuff happened, but a bunch of people took the new guy from the comic and were like, we're going to make him a symbol of kindness and generosity and happiness and pleasantness. So he became like, hey, the best way to solve violence is the best way to solve bad feelings is to like talk with someone, to help someone, to push like don't continue the cycle of violence. Don't be like the person who perpetuates bad pains and stuff like that. It's the most wholesome meme out there. Hang on, I will get you one. New guy meme. So first off, I'm just gonna pull up new guy from Know Your Meme. No thanks. Just take me to the meme zone. The most boomer page yet, and I'm just gonna drop it directly to you, Josh, because that way, problem is solved. And then you can see like there's a massive, like, they've only got 297 fucking pictures. I'm fairly certain there's like hundreds of pictures, like way more than what they have. And it's just the most wholesome meme this year so far. And I'm so happy it came and it went. It came out, was wholesome, it was happy, it was good, and then it left. And I was like, good. That's the way that memes need to be.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, I know I just went on this. Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, you did. I got one more thing I gotta talk about.
Okay.
Okay? And then we're gonna end the show.
Go for it.
Okay. So the most important thing of this week, which we're glossing over, other than the snowpocalypse.
It's not really snowpocalypse.
It was
just kind of.
It was
just shitty weather.
It was shitty. It was Canadian. It's Canadian weather, guys. Was the Doom Eternal trailer came out?
I am so excited.
How many times did you come, Allan?
Yeah, for Eternal, you have Doom Eternal boner going.
Okay, let me explain to you.
I saw that trailer and I was like, damn yes. I like the fact that the first half of the trailer is just story, and then the second half is nothing but action.
Yep. Like, look
And
at
I
all
love
cool
I love
shit
the fact
you
that they're
could
showing
do.
off the mobility of the new combat system. I'm happy that the Doom guy has a face of just pure rage. Like I'm like, people are complaining about that, and I don't blame people for complaining about it, because it's kind of like a little wonky thing that came out. But it's still really, really good.
Can I say my
Oh man, I'm
that
so fucking
you're excited? How do you think I feel?
sorry.
I came 15 times in a row.
I'm really excited about this fucking this fucking.
I immediately started like looking for women.
I'm excited. I'm hard. I'm ready.
I'm
Let's
also
go.
ready. I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
My body's
Rip and
ready.
tear.
My body. I need to find an escort.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll shut up now. I'm gonna mute myself.
I mean,
I can't wait. Like, yeah,
it looks
it
good.
looks good, and
It looks fun.
now I'm just gonna sit here and be like, all right, hope I can still play it on my poopy computer.
Yep. You probably can. And if you can't,
Sort of
upgrade
poopy
yours.
computer.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. Let me explain to you how excited I am. I watched that trailer
I
like
did
15
indeed
times.
mute myself. Okay, I'm not wasn't joking about that. I actually muted my mic just to make sure that I didn't talk.
Okay.
Just so you
But
can.
apparently Jeff, who's probably the most excited person in this group for this game, because he is the one who's been like hyped for this game since day one.
I pre-ordered it.
You've pre-ordered it. I'm probably
I
be
already
pre-ordering it here.
I pre-ordered it back in like October.
I need to sit down and pre-order it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I want to see. Like, I don't think I can get the players DLC and stuff like that. Doom Eternal.
I'm
so fucking excited.
You know what, man? Like, that game is going to be... If that game is good, I can't wait. And, like, the big thing is that the last one was really good for what it was. But, like, really at the end of the day, the biggest problems...
Oh, there's 2 DLCs for this game. What the fuck?
For Doom?
Yeah.
What's the 2
For Doom
DLCs?
Eternal, there's gonna be 2 DLCs, because the deluxe edition. I just went online and looked. Doom Eternal, the game. You get a demonic Slayer skin, which I think is for for multiplayer, which I'm okay with it. You
No,
get
it's
the
for single
classical.
player.
Is it for single player too?
Yep.
Sweet, cool. And the other thing is that it comes with a 1-year pass includes DLCs 1 and 2. So, which I suspect that the DLCs are going to be map packs and additional like side game content, which I'm not going to be mad about that.
Yeah. It also comes with so I have the deluxe edition. I pre-ordered the deluxe edition.
I would love to pre-order the Rip and Tear pack, but I don't think I'll ever get it.
Yeah.
Dude, Revenant skin. Oh my god, yeah, that's right.
That's kind of why I pre-ordered it.
Was just for the dude.
Yep. The dude.
I can't pre-order it online
I
anymore.
mean, I have to buy things. I have to buy like a new mix amp for recording purposes.
I'm probably gonna have to update my.
Computer.
I should probably play Doom first and get that done first before I buy this game. But I'm with that. I know for a fact that I'm gonna be getting Doom Eternal because I'm just fucking hyped.
Can you please live stream that so I can watch it and not follow you like a prick? Please?
Maybe.
Please.
It's gonna depend.
Please. just do it, Allan. I'm so up on my mic right now. I want you
what
to
else?
do this.
I might. I don't know.
I played more Pokemon. It's okay. It's Pokemon. We're getting into the story now. We're probably I might move around the times, and might do some more live streaming when I have time. But right now, yeah, I'm just doing it on Fridays late at night. I also played a lot more Ring Fit. Ring Fit's okay. Yeah, and that's it. Is that a show? I think that's a show.
I'm fairly certain that's a show. I think I've been recording for an hour and 30 minutes at this point.
Okay.
So I think we're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, you should probably cut that recording time.
Yeah.
Because that's going to
Thank you,
other stuff.
everyone, thank you everyone for listening to the Black Mind Games podcast, episode 233. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes and your favorite podcasting app of choice. Thank you, my host, for joining me. Have a good night, and yeah. Now it's working. Got it. Is this my good mic? Is it working? Holy shit, it actually might be working. Is my mic working?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay, great.
Yep.
I'm just going to increase my pulse a little bit more. Cool.
Got lots of Coke in my car, and it's going to be the most coldest thing in my room right now.
Yep. I'm going to go turn on the light. I'll be half a second, okay?
Okay. Now. Oh, here.
Okay, can I complain about something during the pre-ramble?
I mean, you can go right ahead.
Okay, I'm very disappointed in both of you.
Oh, boy.
I work hard in order to record a show every Friday.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't even bother to show up. You know, I record at 11 o'clock at night, and both of you don't show up. And you don't even send me a follow. You know? It hurts, man. It hurts.
Are we going to sync and start this?
Yeah, we're going to sync.
Yeah, we can sync.
Like, I'm waiting on you guys. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm waiting on you.
I'm just complaining because, recording some pre-ramble.
I got Magic cards to go play.
Well, maybe you should spend some more time with your friends, Josh. Even though, I'm a total pile of shit.
Sorry, I can't hear you in mid-combo right now.
Okay.
Anyway, let's sync.
Yeah, we'll sync. Sync in 3, 2, 1.